So today we're going to post one last bit of content about our module. System security is focused, module 2 for system security is focused on hardware, software, and services. And during the course of our module, we've taken a look at how to secure hardware, how to secure software, and what we do to secure services. Today we're going to focus on some special content that I've posted here, and I'm going to add one last file, and I want to show this to you. So it's about Drupal. Has anyone ever heard of Drupal before?
No.
No.
Not.
Okay, never heard of Drupal. Well, so here's what I posted. In module 2 under references, I've added a little folder about Drupal, the little engine that could. Have you ever heard of the children's story, The Little Engine That Could? The Little Engine That Could. It's like a basic children's story about, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. Yeah, it's kind of a famous story. So Drupal is a website that exists. Well, it's a web platform. And some Belgians decided to get together and create a platform to make websites easy, kind of like WordPress, okay? So everybody's familiar with WordPress and how prominent WordPress is. If you're gonna have a web page, one of the easiest ways to put websites out there is to use WordPress. But about 15, 20 years ago, some innovative technology professionals in Belgium decided to create what was then the coolest, easiest, most interesting platform to develop web content. And the reason it's a focus today is because on the 17th of March, 2023, the Center for Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security, right? CISA, Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, has issued an alert about the exposure of the Drupal platform. And just to fill in some blanks here, this Belgian website platform, relatively unknown, okay? There's some quick statistics on it from different sources. Drupal has been downloaded over 45 million times. Now these are people who need to launch websites. This isn't the average download for, you know, a movie preview or your favorite music. When you think about the number of websites in the world, for such a small engine, so to speak, right? Drupal has had a fair amount of exposure. I mean, Belgium is a small country in Europe, in the center of Europe. It's right next to the Netherlands or Holland, right? Then you might have heard of Belgian firearms or Belgian chocolate or the Belgian Congo, because back in the day, Belgium tried to become, in its own right, a European power and started colonizing other parts of the world. So the simple truth is that Belgium is a relatively small footprint in terms of the global population, but Drupal has made a huge splash. And over the years, it's been installed on millions of websites. 5% of the top 1 million websites in the world are powered by Drupal. 1.3 million registered users as of 27 October 2022, according to Enterprise Apps Today it supports 100 different languages, 7% of the top 10,000. So why would you care? Well, the simple truth is when you're securing services, one of the most important things is to understand where those services live. And Drupal is an incredibly important platform. Has anyone ever heard of whitehouse.gov?
I mean, just the White House.
Yeah, that White House.
Okay.
Okay. Would you care to guess what website platform was used to build whitehouse.gov? Anyone? I mean, just think, why am I mentioning this, right? During the Obama administration, may have been the previous one, Drupal was used to build whitehouse.gov. So something that seems so insignificant becomes very important. If your services live on a platform that has a critical exposure, it's important to figure out what to do to address the security gap, right? So being queued in to notification services like the CISA at cisa.gov, these are free. You can subscribe to these and you'll get updates on important exposures. So they'll put out information about industrial control systems, power grid components, healthcare technology, you know, the stuff that we use every day that people depend on for their very lives, right? There are vulnerabilities and exposures all over the place. And we've talked about the MITRE attack matrix and CVEs and that kind of thing. But one of the best ways to keep tabs on the security of your services is to ensure that you're dialed into notification services like this. And it's really important to understand just how potent this kind of thing is. If you look in my inbox, I subscribe to these, right? So here's one about ransomware in an important Microsoft platform. Here are 8 industrial control systems. Here's a hybrid identity solution. So they provide guidance on how best to authenticate users on systems. When you look, Firefox, here's an issue for Firefox. Does anybody here use Firefox? Or are you familiar with it?
I don't use Firefox, but familiar with it.
Yes.
Some.
Yes. So what I would recommend is that one of the best ways to secure services is to participate with free and effective solutions like CISA. And that's the primary interest I wanted to bring to you today. So I wanted to, you know, if you look at this CISA alerts, it's just a screenshot of the same thing I've shown you, right? It's a screenshot of the alert, and then a screenshot of the detail on Drupal versions, and then I could even include a screenshot of whitehouse.gov if that helped. But that's the last piece of information that I'm going to share, and we'll go ahead and work a quick update, a revision of the study guide and the study guide addendum to make sure that that reference is in there. We want to make sure that when you get ready to take the Yeah, we'll have a revision 1 here. I just want to add this little piece about securing services. And I wanted to provide this example. Now, for the rest of the time in class, what I'd like to do is invite students to share their screen, and then I'd like to provide assistance as needed so that you can log and upload your work for the assignments and the solution in this module.